Hello everybody and welcome back to Forgotten Worlds. And we were just here a few days ago, but I am doing another episode now because we have actually gathered quite a few materials, and I think I'm just going to grab some more of this cotton crop that we have here because you may have noticed that this has grown drastically since the last video. I have been working quite a bit with farming this stuff and with using that watering can a considerable amount. But let me just get this chest. And if you see here, we have 24 wool and then we have 4 wool, and I did separate them for a reason. So let me just go get some wood because I think we're actually ready to start making a tent. So if we look up the yurt wall, we have tent canvas. Now tent canvas takes 2 wool each. And I think we should have enough. If not, we can probably easily get enough. I'll just do a little bit more farming of the stuff. Let me grab some of these planks and I will make them into sticks because we're going to need those. And I have some iron that's melting now. Forgot to take the charcoal out. Oops, I have a thing for charcoal too. Actually, I have a place I can put that. I'm trying to get organized. It's kind of messy right now. Don't worry, we will be cleaning this up. Oops, I took it out by mistake instead of putting it back. But I believe we can actually make our yurt wall now. So we're going to turn, I think, all of this. Yes. We're going to turn all of this. Oops. Yeah, we're going to turn all of it into this tent canvas. And so that should give us 12. And we're also going to turn these 2 into it. I'm going to leave these separate for a reason. I'll show you why in a minute. Now I'm going to put these sticks here. And I'm going to put, oops, what the heck was that? I think that was a little bit of lag. And we are going to turn all this into our yurt wall sections. And we should be able to, yes, we have built a yurt. And now when you make these, they say you can't shift click them out because it breaks them. For some reason, it doesn't fire important events or whatnot. And we'll go ahead and we'll sleep the night in just a second. Come on. Come on. And, we have had some ocelots around here, but I haven't had any luck with taming anymore. I'll show you the fish traps in a bit. I've expanded that a little bit. You might also notice my cow pen because I'm trying to breed these guys up because we can also use leather for certain types of tents. So let me go ahead real fast and just show you the fish trap area. You can see I've added a little bit over here. There's a slime island up there, by the way, if you hadn't seen that before. So I have a drawer for the normal fish. I have a drawer for clams because we get quite a few clams. And then just miscellaneous stuff that doesn't turn into fish. So we actually do have... Was this broken? Are any of these working? These 2 seem to have gone. They may be too close together. I bet they're too close together. I'm going to break this middle one, as I probably have to space them out. I'm going to go ahead, so we can turn perch? Yes, we can turn shrimp into fish. Can't turn turtle into fish. We can turn herring into fish. We can turn these mudfish into fish. Walleye goes into normal fish. Catfish goes into fish. This is all just the normal fish. Anchovy goes into fish. So I'm going to stick that anything that turns into fish can be used for fish bait. Anything that doesn't turn into fish, I stick here. So I'm actually going to remove a bunch of, oops, I don't want to eat the fish. That's raw. That's nasty. There we go. That'll take everything. So we have 12 of these. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab the string. I'll show you how I make the fish bait. I think I may have demonstrated that last time too. So I'm just going to grab some string, and then in your crafting grid, you can even do this in your, because it only takes 4 spaces, you can even do it just in your inventory. You just put it around like this, and it'll give you 4 fish trap bait. So we'll go ahead, put the string back. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm going to just break these up into 4 different ones. And we'll put 4 in each, and these just catch, oops, I guess we don't need to put 4 in that one. These just catch fish every so often, and then I'm going to just put 1 here, 1 here. Hopefully this one will start working now. 1 here, and 1 here. So we have a pig here. We'll start a pig farm eventually, but what I'm really interested in showing you is this yurt, and this should be done by now. We should have our iron smelted. And as you'll see, we have these two more of this tent canvas. And we just go in our crafting grid, and I believe, let me look at the recipe. I don't know, I don't have this one memorized. So we're gonna make a mallet, a tent mallet. Oh, it only takes 1 tent canvas. I made extra, apparently. And yeah, so you put 2 iron here, and then put a tent canvas, and it gives you a tent mallet. Now, this does have durability, I believe. So I'm going to stick just the rest of this here, but I'll actually show you. I'll just set up a yurt over here because these things are cool as heck. They are pretty awesome. So you put it down and it looks like this. They're a little hard to use in creative because all blocks are breakable, but they should be indestructible in survival mode. So we have a red yurt here, and it looks like this. And we can take this tent mallet and we can actually, you can click it and it'll just pound it in a little bit by a little bit. And it will actually build this tent. I'm going to actually go in here and do the top ones. And it takes a while. So there is, you can see we have the super tent mallet, which you take golden apples instead of iron. Eventually, I would like to get that. That lets you do it all in one click. Instead of having to click and click and click on everything to set this up, then you have to, you just click once and it's done. So I'm going to, now that all the top is pounded in, except for this part, I'm going to get out because I don't want to trap myself in there when the tent is done. So we'll continue pounding this in and just finish up with this. So now that whole wall is done, and finish up this wall. And this is a super cool mod, but it is very underrated. So if you have not used it, it's really awesome. I would definitely recommend it. It is the Nomadic Tents mod. You could find it on CurseForge, and it is so stinking cool. So our yurt is now done. Just go around and check and make sure that it is completely done. And now we have this door. So when you right-click on the door to go into the tent, you can see it momentarily takes you to a dimension thing, and we are actually inside the yurt. Now, this yurt is its own dimension, pretty much. And if we click on the door, it takes us back. Now, that's a standard yurt. I'm actually going to deconstruct this. You can store stuff in there. You can put chests and whatever. I'm going to deconstruct it by right-clicking the door. Gives me back my tent. And I'm actually going to go, how much cotton do we have? Do we have enough? If we have enough, I will actually show you what happened. So you can see it was pretty much the same size on the inside as it was when we built it. Now, the tents you place in the overworld are actually all the same size, no matter what level they are. We should have enough of this to be able to make some more wool. And we actually have we have one tent canvas already. And we have some string. So I'm going to go ahead and make some more wool. Unfortunately, we do have some sheep around here, but they're kind of far off. So and I've only found one so far. So I haven't brought them over here yet. So we're going to go ahead and we'll make some wool. I might have to go watering can stuff in order to do this. So if we do this, we should get more tent canvas. We have 4, and we need, let's see, because I think, let me get my sticks back. I am pretty sure we need, was this the recipe? Was it 4? Yeah, it was 4. So that made one yurt wall section, and we need several more of those. So I'm going to go ahead and I will just show you. This is how I do my gardening. Oh, and we have one over here. And we can just do that. But this is how I garden. I may have demonstrated this a little bit last time, but it's very effective when you have a huge field of stuff like this, is you can literally just walk through it. And this basically has the effect of bone meal, but a little bit slower, so it doesn't instantly grow things all the time. Sometimes it does, but it increases the tick rate or something like that. And it is pretty stinking cool. You can see the stuff is growing quite quickly as I'm just walking through with this watering can, and it is very easy. I already have 13 cotton. I didn't have that much when I started with it. I had like 1 piece, I think. So come over here, we'll collect this. It can even bone meal in grass and stuff. That flower that you see, the poppy, actually got basically bone mealed in. If we do it over here, eventually stuff will start growing. Eventually. Sometimes it takes a little bit, I think. It's done it before. You know what, we'll just see if it does it, because sometimes it'll do it randomly when I am growing stuff near the edge. But it has definitely put in flowers before. It just doesn't want to do it on camera. So this is what I do. You can see we're already up to now 26 which it takes 3 pieces makes 2 string, and 4 string makes a wool. So you can see, look how fast this stuff grows. We are getting so much cotton. We're already up to 32 pieces of cotton. 34 now. 36. It grows stuff so quickly. It is really amazing. So 37. We'll go ahead. We'll use that, and we will go and make some more wool out of this. So you just put it in like this, and it will give you some string, and then you can put the string in the wool recipe just as normal. So we do this, and it should, oops, no, oh no, we need the tent canvas. Oh, and we're not gonna have quite enough, I think. Or wait, no, oh no, we definitely need more. So I am going to cut the video here, and then I will just montage me farming. So I will see you on the other side of our little farming escapade. And there we go. Now we should have enough wool. Yet we can make 3 more tent canvas, which means we can make the 2 additional yurt wall sections that we need. I think. Yeah, it should let us. We have some extra tent canvas. Nope. Oh, no, we need just a little bit more. Oh, I underestimated just a teeny bit. Let me come around here, because if we grab this cotton, it might be just enough. This will let us get this, which will let us get this, which will be enough, I believe. Yes. There we go. Just a teeny bit less than we had needed. So let's go ahead. Yeah, so we make this into tent canvas. Bah, we need a little bit more. Always just a teeny little bit more, but there's already some cotton that's grown over here. So we'll just grab that and harvest that up. That gave us 6. We'll just get a little bit more. You can see it does grow pretty quickly. And the harvest crops are really nice because you don't actually have to replant them. You just right-click them, and it gives you the stuff and then resets back to the smallest growth stage. So it is really good. I've basically been living off these apples too. I'm just going to eat some more of those. And this should be enough, I hope. We need like 2 more cotton. Oh my goodness. So come on. There we go. 1 more cotton, 2 more cotton. There we go. That should be enough now. And we will just go ahead and make that into wool, make this into another tent canvas. I always underestimate because it's 2 wool per tent canvas, and so I always forget. And then you need like 4 of them. So you put this, and I think you put it, yeah, there we go. So now we have 3 yurt walls. So we will go ahead, we put this in here. We got to be careful not to shift click. So we put these in here, and now you can see we have a medium yurt. Now we're going to take this out, not shift click it, because that will break it, and that is just an issue with how Minecraft works apparently. So put it down. It's the same size as the other one. We're going to go ahead and tent mallet in all of these pieces. The tent mallet does seem to take durability fairly quickly, so that is rather unfortunate because you do have to use it quite a bit just for 1 tent. But yeah, so we'll go ahead. I think that's all we needed for the top. So we'll go ahead, pound these pieces in, and we'll leave this one here for a little bit. You can make an even further upgraded one by doing the same thing to a medium tent, which we have here. This is a medium tent. Now, it appears the same size as the small tent. They all appear to be the same size. But, as you shall see momentarily, that is not entirely the case. Externally, yes, the way they appear right here in the overworld is indeed the same. And the thing is, if you upgrade a tent, you have to be very careful, because if you have anything in the tent, you will lose it. And I'll show you placing things inside. So if you're going to upgrade a tent, you got to move everything out. So our tent is done. Let's go ahead, we'll click the door, and it will actually take us to the other dimension. But what is this? the tent has grown in size. So it is now much bigger on the inside than it was before. And basically, it is bigger on the inside tents. And is that not just the coolest thing? So let me see. Do I have anything I can put here? I'll just put down some cobblestone. I'm going to put a piece of cobblestone here, a piece of cobblestone here. And as you can see, so now we will leave the tent. And we are going to come back. We'll come back to our tent. And the cobblestone is still there. Now, you can pick these tents up and you can move them around. And as long as you don't upgrade them with stuff inside, the stuff inside it will remain the same. And I checked it out. It's because each tent is registered to a certain set of coordinates. That's what doesn't fire correctly. Also, the tents in creative mode will give you an error and not allow you to place the tent. And you have to actually craft them because it allows it to, it actually builds the tent in its own separate tent dimension. Each tent is not its own separate dimension, but it is a separate little plot of land within another dimension. And it basically, the tent is linked forever to the coordinates of that, but upgrading changes that because it has to change the size of the tent, which is why you will lose your stuff. It'll, I think, delete the previous plot that the tent was on. It's really cool. I did go in creative and kind of break things a little bit so I could fly around in the dimension. It is super duper cool, but that means that I could pick this tent up again and I could put it down somewhere else. I could go sailing and move it, and it would still have all my stuff inside of it. That is a huge deal. Unfortunately, it is kind of time consuming to pound everything with the tent mallet, and you can see you can only do this 4 or 5 times before your tent mallet will break. So it does get a little time consuming. It's much better to use the creative mallet because you can hit it once. I did not even get seeds from that wheat. This is my little wheat farm too. I actually haven't been eating the wheat here. Not weeding. I actually haven't been eating it. I don't know. I almost never, like, I forget you can even make bread in Minecraft. I always use the wheat just for livestock, like these cows over here, which I will go ahead and breed. Like I said, I am gonna eventually, I'm breeding them so we can eventually get leather from them, because when we have leather, we can make a teepee. And that is another type of tent that is based off Native American tents. The yurts are, I want to say, Mongolian. I believe it is Mongolian, and the Mongols that used yurts. Correct me if I am wrong on that, though. I'm pretty sure. And we have cows stuck in the ground. Yay. You guys? There we go. Are you out? You're free? Gonna push you around a little bit and see if I can get you free? There you go. Nope. Yes? Yes. We're good. Okay. There we go. So that is the nomadic tents mod, and it is a pretty stinking cool thing, and these will enable us to have quite a bit more space on our travels. Now, the really cool thing is I talked about how we have a ships mod in this that lets you build sailable ships out of blocks. I tested this, and these nomadic tents are compatible with the ships mod, which pretty much means that you can build a boat, stick a tent on it, and move that tent wherever the heck you want in the world, and it will still work, and you don't even have to disassemble it. So basically, you can build yourself a houseboat. If that's not cool, I don't know what is. And eventually, I would like to be able to do that. Now, I showed you these ship's blocks last time, so let me just do that again. If we look at the epic ship, you have to have all diamonds around redstone. But you can you could do like a large ship that has lapis and gold. You could do a small ship that's gold and iron, or a medium ship that has just gold. There are different tiers of ship. That just means how big you can or can't make it. And at some point, because you can see we have this whole huge ocean that we look out on, I would love to get into the ships mod, and we will be doing that eventually. But I really, really want to combine it with this nomadic tents mod, because you can get some pretty stinking cool stuff with that. Anyway, so this has been us figuring out how to use nomadic tents. I will see you guys later. We'll be back. I'm going to continue doing some stuff in the background, just kind of, but basically just mining and clearing jungle and such not. And we will continue to pursue the ships mod and trying to get that to work with this nomadic tents mod. So I'll see you guys next time, but until then, this is Jay, over and out. I'll see you guys later.